Hey guys, so I'm gonna do a little chit chat, get ready with me. Going back to my questions from my Snapchat, I'll go on to the next one. Someone asks, what is the best advice your parents gave you as being a woman? So this is a really good one. Yesterday was International Women's Day, so I think it's a good question to have for today. Best advice. There's a lot. Like I feel like my dad and my mom, kind of gave their own personal, version of, how to be confident, how to be content with yourself and your life, how to be motivated, and, look at yourself like in your best version, or try to be your best version. So the sun is going to go in and out in this video because it is very sunny outside. Let's see what concealer I wanted to use. So for my mom, I don't know, it's like depends on what category. So let me do like school, career, and then life. So school, my dad, he kind of always, well, both my parents, they kind of always taught us that, like, being in school, to be like confident in yourself, and it's like they developed a mindset in us just to be confident in myself, and to always think like, or actually not to think that, oh, someone else is smarter than me or somebody else is better than me. They always taught us to always think of ourselves as the best personally, and to always look at ourselves as, what do they have that I don't have, and sometimes when you kind of catch yourself in that feeling of, oh, like down and out, kind of like just frustrated, kind of down on yourself, like, trying to do something but you're not getting anywhere, I always think back to that time that my dad always say, like, what do those people have that you don't have? And I'm like, yeah, that's true, and I get myself back up. When I was invited to a conference to speak at a women's conference in Texas, I was getting like my notes ready and everything, and I was like a little bit nervous because I've never been a speaker at an event, and I was going over the stuff with my dad, like, oh, this is what I'm going to say, and he gave me some like pointers and tips on how to, like, carry on like the speaking engagement and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. And he was like, why are you nervous? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be speaking in front of these people and da da da. And he's just like, what do those people have that you don't have? And that was another time where he just like got you right back, like, oh yes, you're right, I can do this. And then that confidence came back, and got more inspiration and motivation and what I wanted to say and stuff, a little more pep in my step. So our parents always made us feel like, we're not the minority, we're not weak, and we're not the last. And don't let anybody or society make you feel like, somebody else has an advantage over you. I have never felt like, in school day, my career, and in college and all that, I've never felt like amongst like my peers or something, like somebody has an advantage over me. I've never felt that. And our parents never instilled like in our minds, like, yeah, you might be this and you might be that, but at the end of the day, so and so has an advantage over you. And I feel like that's why a lot of Black Americans, have that ingrained mentality of, yeah, I might do this, I might do that, but somebody else has an advantage over me, and then it essentially holds back, your mind's ability to know and to think and to feel like you got this, you can do whatever you want and stuff like that. So I've never in my life felt like, oh, okay, I can only do so much because so and so has an advantage over me, or this person has an advantage over me, or this group of people has an advantage over me. And there's a lot, and I feel like that kind of hinders people's success and kind of makes you blind to like your own possibilities and your own skills, and your own dreams of getting to a dream place you never thought that you could be, or you just thought it was so far away, or you thought it was gonna be so hard, you know. So to really sum it up, I feel like my parents really gave us a great mentality of, you know, whatever you want to do, you can do it, you know. And there's no, and even if you're competing amongst other people, what do those people have that you don't have? And what makes them better than you, you know? So I feel like that mentality helps in being confident in the workplace, especially when issues arise. And personally for me, issues as in like, you know, maybe you have a boss or a manager that maybe is, you know, doesn't maybe manage or manage your workplace a certain way that you think it's good for the team, or that, you know, is compatible with you or something like that. Or, you know, maybe they have a type of personality complex that is racist, demeaning, all this stuff like that, you know. Like sometimes you have to have a strong mind to really survive those types of situations and stuff, because sometimes your situation, it's hard for you to control it or to change it, you know. So I think having a strong mind is very important, because there's been a couple of times, you know, in my career or my job that, you know, you have someone that's like a boss or a manager or a director that thinks they can talk any which way to you, thinks they can, you know, maybe like give you certain tasks or not give you certain tasks because of, you know, your race, or you're a woman, or, you know, whatever. And you know how to effectively put them right back in their place and remind them, like, just because I look different than you does not mean that I'm dumb or I'm stupid or I'm not educated. So I think that's a really good, I feel like as a woman, that's a really good, you know, trait to have in your personality. You know, like be very smart with your words when times come up where, like, you know, people probably try to run over you or something like that, because as a woman in this society, that can very much happen. All right, so that was kind of like school and career kind of thing. Moving on to like life. Let's see. All right, when it comes to like life and like, I say like was marriage? Yeah, marriage and men. Be respectful of yourself and keep to yourself. Always show like whatever guy that you're talking to or comes around you that you have, you know, good home training and stuff like that. And like when you're, you know, trying to decide or trying to think of, you know, is this guy the guy you want to be with, like think to yourself, if you were like in an accident or something and they rush you to the hospital, you're unconscious and stuff, like do you trust that person to make, you know, decisions, you know, for you when you're not, you know, here, coherent, awake or something like that, in cases of emergency and stuff. And then also, you know, this person that you're thinking about and stuff, like, do you trust that when you go to sleep at night and they're like laying next to you, that you don't have, that you can sleep peacefully and not with one eye open or with like nightmares or something like that. So those are the two things I know my mom always told Inky and I. Alright, so my makeup is done, and then today I'm going to be wearing the Beauty Forever Body Wave. You guys have already seen me do like an install video on this, but I'm just going to wear it again. I love this hair. As I said before, and I always say, this is one of my, on my top favorite AliExpress hair companies, especially for like straight and wavy hair types, because the hair is very, very soft, and it has a medium luster, so it's not too shiny and too like synthetic looking or anything, or like, you know, whatever I'm trying to say. But it has a very nice raw hair look and stuff like that. So I love Beauty Forever for this type of hair texture. So I just washed my hair today actually, so my hair is nicely freshly washed. And then I have my leave out up here, my leave out for my curly hair. I changed my hair up like I could change it every day, every other day, whatever. So I always have my leave out as an option, just in case I wear this today, then tomorrow I'll probably wear like my kinky curly hair or something like that. So I always leave it like this. But this hair, I'm not having any leave out, so it will just be back like this. And then have my unit. My what do you call it, wig elastic band is from the Queen's Wigs on Etsy. Adjustable wig strap, and then wig caps I get from their store, and I'll just put it on. So here's the unit on. Really good closure. Where's my brush at? The closure is very good quality closure, and it's really wide. Like the closure is from here to here. That's a really wide closure, which is really good. So with this type of style today, I'll just brush out my baby hairs. Like bring them out, brush out my baby hairs and then gel them down. Let me brush them out first so they can look alive. A little bit. But yeah, I love this texture. I love the body wave with the waves in it. And it's a short look. I think I want to do this unit again with long hair, like 22-inch hair. And then maybe put like 22-inch hair, and then do like 4 bundles. How many bundles do I have in here? I think I have 3 bundles in here. Do like 4 bundles, so it's like really thick, like voluminous and long. And that would be like bell for the ball hair. So yeah, and that's it. That was easy peasy. Easy peasy. About to pack my stuff. I'll only be there for 2 days, so I'm pack my stuff up and then head out on the road to my parents' house for our Mother's Night Out weekend. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys liked that little chit chat. Info on this hair will be down below, and I'll also link the video where I did like my install of this hair too, and my African print robes. More patterns should be coming out by the end of the month. I don't know, in a couple weeks or so. Bonnets will be coming out in a couple weeks. And what else? I think that's all announcements that I had to say. Anyways, leave your questions below if you have any. Follow me on Snapchat, because that's where I kind of ask, you know, you guys like, what questions should I do for Q&As? So follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.